Hello, and welcome back to Fallout 4. We are continuing with the Nuka-World. This time we are at the power plant, and I wish to restore the power to this amusement park, a collection of amusement parks, not sure how to call them. Outside we already met a number of ghouls. A lot of them are clipping, like heavily, since I started open season. Yeah, I also begin to use Deliverer, maybe a little bit more than I used to, because sometimes it's just faster to deal with them in a middle distance like this. I did not expect us to go underground. You might have noticed that Deliverer is not yet suitable for the legendary enemies. Just does not have enough punch for it. These ghouls are really spongy, the charred ones. I thought it's just like the characteristic of a legendary enemy, that I'm not able to bring it down with a single shot. But no, it might be just the charred one. And why was I here? Because I messed up the turn. When I saw this passage downstairs, I thought it's to the same area, but I did not pay attention that it was fenced, so... that's a different one. Operator SCAV. What's an operator doing here? Oh, we also have a pack, okay. He wasn't alone here. Okay, so yeah, the place is just filled with ghouls, but can I have some terminals? Something to read. Something to give me the lore, you know? I might have missed a turn. So I wanna go back a little bit. Like this thing. What is it about? It's an advanced locked terminal and there is some sort of a power arm inside.
Sweet.
This is an XO1 Mark 3. That is impressive. So, I told you that I'm not in the mood to help raiders out. So that is why in the previous episode we massacred all the raiders around. But if that would have gone differently, if I would have agreed to help raiders, then what, like we distributed some parks here, right? If you continue to cooperate with raiders, next thing you do is begin to take over the Commonwealth. So you take over some settlements and that kind of stuff. Which was not in my interest. That's why I decided to switch sides. Well, not like switch sides, but I finally like gave up on the masquerade. You have what 5 parks here, and you need to take 3 settlements in the Commonwealth for the quest to progress. And it is impossible to divide 8 parks between 3 groups equally. So at least 1 or 2 groups will have the minimum amount of parks.
Got it.
So one of the groups with the minimal amount of parks will betray you and will try to take over the power plant where we are at the moment. And then I believe this place would be a very big shootout between you, 2 other gangs that support you, and the gang that betrayed you. Well, and ghouls also, but ghouls they will be just in the way, right? Okay, we have an entrance to the roof. Well, I said in the beginning I feel like I said in the beginning that I expect us to go to the roof, and lo and behold, away to the roof. Nuka-World power, employee terminal. Sensors offline. Station power up not recommended at this time. Contact park maintenance immediately. Communications. Okay, 28th of April, meltdown. What the hell happened? We submitted a full report last week explaining the whole series of failures that resulted in who knows how much contamination. Why wasn't the park opening delayed? After consulting our corporate officers and careful examination of the events, it has been determined that on-site evaluation of the Class 7 event was performed incorrectly, and that the incident was not nearly as severe as initially feared. The good folks at corporate assured us that everything is great, we're going to have a great season, and asked that you please read through pages 94 to 107 of your employee agreement, specifically with regards to the dissemination of any information about your work here at the parks. They'd like to remind you that discussion of any events on park grounds is a violation of that agreement and could result in administrative action. Thanks all, let's have a great year. There's good folks at corporate, eh? Buckley, please send another message up the chain. That damn robot has been found 3 times this week banging into the exterior security doors on the power plant. The thing needs reprogramming or something. Does anyone understand how much havoc it could cause if it got inside and started bumbling around near the controls? I don't know about you guys, but I think the thing is creepy as hell. What is it going to take? 8 years now since the last plant overhaul. That's before Galactic Zone even opened, and we all know what a power hog that is. Saunders says the last inspection was a joke, that the guy never even really took a good look at the equipment. Just sat in the control room, joined with the executives, then signed the paperwork and went on his way. We're gonna have some massive problems really soon. Wouldn't the company rather spend a little money now on upgrades than a ton of money on fixes and PR later? Nah, that's not how it works, man. Hey guys, I've been asked to pass along a message from corporate. They're concerned that folks are bringing in and eating too much outside non-Nuka branded food and drinks for their breaks. They'd like everyone to please consider buying their break time snacks from the park itself. It's not mandated right now, just a suggestion. Let me know if you have any issues. Not mandated right now. Since we're coming up on the end of the season and we're a little short-staffed already, what with Carlson being fired and all, I just wanted to put it out there that we've got additional shifts available for anyone looking to make a few extra bucks. We're doubling staff here at the plant for the last 4 weeks of the season, leading up to the park's Halloween Spooktacular event, which as we all know is a big one for corporate. If you'd like to sign up, the forms are in the office. We'll be offering time and a fifth for pay, so it's a pretty great deal. Let's check out the roof. I'm surprised that Ghouls did not make it here. We have Galactic Zone, Dry Rock Gulch, so there should be... I can't make it out from here, to be honest. KD Kingdom, Safari Park. Nice. Oversight terminal. As per management direction, all incidents require proper documentation to minimize liability in the event of a civil or criminal suit. Please consult your supervisor to ensure that all necessary steps are taken. Incident reports. 670. Well, I assume by the just numbering scheme that this should be the oldest one. Retain local copies pursuant to procedure 023C. All prior report data sent to corporate headquarters. 671. 28th of April. Forced shutdown redacted. Okay. Critical failure of redacted due to series of events starting with redacted blockage in secondary pump system, followed by PORV in redacted stuck in open position. This resulted in loss of redacted cubic meters of coolant and possible leakage of redacted into Park River. Updated corporate review of this incident has determined that no major faults can be found. Incident was mischaracterized as a Class 1 failure when in fact it was merely a Class 7 event. Park operation can continue as normal and this should not affect the upcoming season opening. Isn't that nice when you just classify, oh, Class 1? No. It's a misunderstanding, it's a Class 7. 12th of June, sustained voltage sag galactic zone. 90-second sag resulting in electrical mechanical malfunctions across galactic zone. Fault traced to vomit on exposed wiring on handy scrambler. Recommend that splash guards be installed on all critical systems to prevent future incidents. 673. Unexpected full reboot. After hours, system failure resulting in full reboot of all power relays. Employee error cited as primary cause. Carlson has received second reprimand in his file. 20th of October, main power failure. Lighting test for the upcoming Halloween Spectacular event tripped main breakers. Employees would like to note that repeated complaints have been entered regarding the power load of said event on an aging system that has not been updated in at least the last 7 years. I can file a new report? No, I cannot. Well, now that the power is restored, we can access some areas that were previously not available to me. And I think I will start with visiting Galactic Zone. Not because it's the closest one, but because it is the most interesting for me at the moment. Not sure why, to be honest, because if I want some lore and something to read, I should be heading to the bottling plant, I believe. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I wish I can wear... I wish I could wear 2 hats. Because I have Oswald's hat that gives me plus 10% to my movement speed. But I also have a Sea Captain's hat, which should be able to boost my movement speed another 10%. And I mean, that would be 20, which is twice as much as 10. You simply cannot argue this logic. Now then... This was the place where I last time saw some pack members, right?
Be over real soon. Gonna cut us all.
Wait, I'm protecting the gunners? I thought you are traders, guys. Little did I know, eh? And I'm like, that's an impressive weapon that traders here have. Well, of course. Because they're not traders. Now, an interesting detail, an interesting question that I wondered in the previous episode. Since we first gave this spark to operators, and then we killed the bosses and stuff, would I have any problem? Would I find any operators in here? I mean, it looks deserted to me.
Going up.
We could have made one wall glass or something. And that's literally the only thing I need on top of this thing. Now, if I did not mess everything up, then I should have just enough cores
Starport, Nuka Museum.
to open the thing. And with that, we should be able to access display case. And with that, we get an X01 Mark V Quantum. Since I feel like this might be the end of the game and stuff, we might as well have some fun and walk around in this thing, right? How ridiculous it is to wear a power armor and then operate with a tiny knife.
Who's there?
Was that
Witness the majesty and the pageantry of King Cola's court. Tickets for all showings available now at the Kitty Kingdom box office.
Oof. Okay, I was unaware that there are finishing animations. Oh, the more you know, right? Now, here in the dry rock gulch, there should be an employee area with a somewhat hidden entrance. I have little idea where exactly it might be. Oh, is that a targeted flashlight? Let's open it. Now, you know me, I want just my terminals or tapes or something like that. Do you have anything from me here? For me here? Because so far you have only a bunch of ghouls. Well, I can try climbing up here to see if there is anything up top.
Hell yeah.
That no caps rage. +1 strength and endurance if I have less than 10,000 caps, +2 to each if I have less than 1,000, and +3 if I have 100. The amount of ghouls in this area is insane though. Well, in any case, I believe we took the SCAV from here and that might be it. Next I need to go over there.
Due to a mix-up at Safari Adventure's animal waste facility, apple juice will not be served this evening at the 4-leaf fried fish.
Welcome to the Nuka-Cola World of Refreshment.
Yes,
Now
yes.
featuring
Oh,
a river
cool.
of Nuka-Cola Quantum. Nuka-Cola began its journey in the year 2042 when our founder, John Caleb Bradberton, was a budding night out on the town. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste. And just look at that amazing patented blue glow. Special surprise. This is where we produce the newest member of our family, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
My health is stuck at 10%. Oh, it's because of radiation, right? Beverageer Lab. Now. Let's check it. What secrets do you hold for me? Secure lab. Meacham recording AB30.
So, Rex, what did Dr. Levitt say?
It was like we expected. She won't be joining Project Cobalt.
Didn't you tell her how important this is to the country? I mean, if she hasn't noticed, we are at war.
I didn't even get that far in the conversation. She still thinks all we're doing here is making soda, for God's sakes. It's a shame, too, because she's the best organic chemist we have. I guess we'll just have to rely on Dr. Medford from now on.
Wait, she's leaving? She's gonna walk away from all of this?
She's not only walking away from her job here, she's blacklisting herself from our industry entirely. When I told JC about our chat, he blew his top. Started ranting about how he took a chance on Dr. Levitt and she's throwing it back in his face. The man's connected, Kevin. He makes a few phone calls and by November she may as well hang up her lab coat for good.
Damn. Remind me never to get on Bradberton's bad side.
It reminds me, like this place reminds me some living quarters. So there is some canteen. Here we have some private rooms.
Sweet.
Some dismembered bodies, because why not? And another Meacham recording. AB27.
You wanted to talk? So talk.
Don't take that tone with me, Rex. You know exactly why I'm pulling you aside. You told Bradberton our team would work on Project Cobalt without asking the rest of us first.
I don't have to consult with any of you first. I'm the lead Beverageer, remember? There's a reason JC put me in charge, you know. He trusts me to make the hard decisions and make them quickly.
Are you even listening to yourself? JC? What? Are the two of you best buddies now? When you talk like that, I picture you in a crushed velvet jacket, swirling a snifter of brandy in one hand and a cigar in the other. What the hell happened to you, Rex? I used to look up to you, and now you want us to jump into bed with the US Army. I joined this team to bring joy to the world, not to create weapons of mass destruction.
You know what, Kate? I expected more out of you. I really thought you'd jump at the chance to stop fooling around. This is your last chance, Kate. I could still convince JC to keep you here if you just agree to join Project Cobalt.
First of all, I'm not Kate to you. Not anymore. And second of all, no thanks. I'm done being your lab rat. I already have my things packed, and I'll be out of here by tomorrow. So until then, why don't you just stay out of my way?
Come on, Dr. Levitt, be reasonable. After the US wins this war, I'm sure they'll close Project Cobalt, and we can get back to making people happy. You're one of the most talented scientists I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and I really hate to see you go.
I'm with Dr. Bennell. I mean, it's just not going to be the same without you here.
I appreciate what you're both saying, but my mind's made up. Bradberton might own half of Massachusetts, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let him own me. And if you two were smart, you'd both get out of here.
What the hell is that alarm? What's that noise?
Oh my God, it's happening. How could it be happening now? I thought we were winning this war. Have they launched missiles at us? Damn it, I wish we could see what was going on outside.
Oh my God, the door just sealed. We're stuck down here.
What are you talking about? There's no way out?
It's a built-in safety precaution. Bradberton must have hit the panic button in his office. It seals all the high-security areas up tight. His vault, our lab, the power plant's control center. All of it. We have to face facts. We might be down here for a long time.
Well, Rex, looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. Research logs. Rex Meacham signed in. Several compounds. L3N2TG. Isotope sample has failed to reach stability. Internal thermogenesis resulting in sublimation of toxic fumes. Had to clear the hot lab and run a full system cleanse. Disappointing. M6N5UD. Sample seems to have reached blah 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 file corruption detected. Q4N7UM. Strontium 90 retention seems adequate. Substance stays liquid at temperatures up to 127 degrees and doesn't create toxic vapor. Thermogenic reaction can be achieved by manipulating of electron subfield. If we can find a safe way to trigger the radioactive thermogenesis, this may be exactly what I've been looking for. Also, it has a pleasant blue glow. 0.245. Repeatable thermogenetic trigger has been achieved. Substance stays in liquid form after trigger but will explode from a suitable impact. Works sort of like nitroglycerin but safe and with a much stronger yield. Planning on showing this to Bradberton in the form of a Nuka-Nuke to present to Braxton. Decided to call it a substance quantum. Ready to begin testing as a beverage as well. User logs. Rex Meacham. Let's see. Yeah, they're ordered. John Caleb really pulled out all the stops on this lab. When I requested our own dedicated reactor, I didn't think he would actually have one built. Aside from the security aspect, it's going to be convenient having a bunkhouse here to sleep after late nights. JC has really put a lot of faith in us, and I can't wait till the others see the new laboratory. We'll likely be hiring junior Beverageers to deal with the bottling plant while we focus on Project Cobalt. I can't wait finally stop dabbling with soft drinks and get to some important world-changing work. It's been a grueling few months, but we finally have something concrete we can show Bradberton. None of us have left the lab in the past 3 weeks, so I'm giving the others vacation time while JC and I go over the data with General Braxton. The sooner he signs off on the research, the sooner we can start testing. Dr. Levitt wasn't happy when I put the whole Beverageer team onto Project Cobalt, but if she wants to keep her job at Nuka-World, she doesn't have much of a choice. After getting the final OK on our data from General Braxton, we began the actual synthesis process. Based on our initial data, we went with the strontium 90 derivative. It was an immediate success. The weapons we applied the new bluish payload material to was amplified well beyond our expectations. Ironically, with a slight tweak to the synthesis, we ended up with a totally stable and relatively safe additive that could give a drink a unique bluish glow. I don't know why I was thinking soft drinks at this point. I suppose there was a little bit of Beverageer left in me after all. As far as our new soft drink went, I decided to call it Quantum. To keep Dr. Levitt from quitting the team, I put her in charge of that project while Bennell and Medford continued working on Project Cobalt. We had the boys over at the laboratory in Washington, D.C. lend us a hand with the live subject testing. Isotopes CE770 and CE772 were close but caused all sorts of problems with the test subjects, but when we hit CE774, it was that eureka moment we were waiting for. No deaths, only a few mild cases of dizziness and other benign side effects. A new flavor was born. I was supposed to meet with Bradberton today. Unfortunately, Peyton Huxley said he was sick, but he assured me that JC was absolutely over the moon about the progress on the weapons program and the quantum soft drink. He said the test pilot program in Washington, D.C. had gone through the roof, and this could be the company's biggest seller in years. In fact, they decided to call it Nuka-Cola Quantum using the name I came up with. I don't think the day could have gone any better. It's too bad JC wasn't around to celebrate. Ruth is dead. I had to do it. I had no choice. She was going to compromise the entire lab. Until I know what's going on up there, until I know for certain that the bombs have fallen, I can't afford to open the door. Not under any circumstances. Ruth, I'm sorry. I'll always remember you. The last 2 weeks have been insane. The enemy finally went crazy and bombed the hell out of us. Ruth is dead and Edmund hung himself. Even as I type this, I'm having a difficult time processing it all. The only thing I can do is continue working on Project Cobalt. If there is a war going on above our heads, then we could be this country's only chance to tip the scales. I've had Kevin tweaking the isotope. It's still too unstable for our troops to handle. If we only had a little more time. I thought Kevin was with me on Project Cobalt. We've been safe down here for over a year now, and there is no reason we couldn't keep going for at least another 6 months. Turns out he'd been plotting for weeks to try to leave the lab through the reactor's emergency overflow, probably trying to sell my work to the goddamn enemy. I couldn't let him go. I know I managed to hit him a few times with my pistol before he disappeared down the overflow tunnel. The blood loss and the radiation will surely finish him off. Serves him right. Traitor. I think Mr. Meacham might have gone cuckoo. But it's kinda understandable. AB42.
I don't care if Bradberton made you the Pope. You're not telling me what to do anymore. We've been stuck down here for weeks. There's no Bradberton anymore. There's no Nuka-World anymore. No nothing anymore. Don't you get it, Rex? We're done. Humanity's done. We might be all that's left. And you want to continue working on this bullshit project?
Why don't you wake up, Kate? You don't know what's going on out there. There could be Chinese soldiers right above us and we'd never know. Project Cobalt could be the thing that saves us. Saves America. We have to keep working.
I wish the two of you would stop fighting. We need to keep level heads if we're going to survive. Look, Kate, maybe Rex is right. Maybe if we concentrate on our work, it'll take our mind off of things for a while. None of us want to end up like Dr. Medford.
Look, I don't deny it's a shame what happened to Dr. Medford, but at least he kept his mind on his work. The fact of the matter is, he lost it. He was weak. He let his emotions take over. I don't want to see the same thing happen to you.
You're crazy. At first, I thought you were just driven, but I was wrong. You're absolutely crazy. Why don't you pull out some of your secret recordings you've been making of us? You know, the ones you think we don't know about? Play them back and listen to yourself over the last few weeks. Listen to how goddamn insane you sound. Well, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with you, and I'm done hiding down here, waiting until you snap.
Get away from the door controls, Kate. I'm not kidding.
A gun? So what are you gonna do? You going to shoot me now? Is that what this has come to? I said this to you a few months ago, and I'll say it again. Go to hell, Rex, and goodbye.
Oh my god! You shot her. She's gone.
I had to do it, Kevin. She left me no choice. Now let's take care of this mess and get back to work.
Project Cobalt complete. It's finally complete. Despite the treason and cowardice from my fellow Beverageers, I finally completed the stable weaponization of Quantum. I've triggered the military notification switch, so it's only a matter of time now. Haven't been feeling well since going into the reactor after Benel. Think I'm going to just rest here till my extraction team arrives. Yeah.
There we go.
You can now build quantum grenades and thirst zapper modifications. So, what we can now do is Nuka-Cola gun, which gives me a splash of refreshment, sprays irradiated Nuka-Cola. Now I will have damage. I can have cherry gun, which is bursting with flavor, causes a small explosion, or quantum gun, which vaporizes thirst and body parts, causes a small nuclear explosion. So, yeah. How does my head fit inside? Huh, okay. I guess it's one of those fancy collapsible ones, right? The overflow tunnel goes to the employee tunnels, right? I would like to check them out. Because perhaps I can find Mr. Bennett somewhere here. Oh, I did. Some terminal. Hurt. It's not hurt. It's not worn either. No. No. Maybe.
Got it.
Yeah, I might pop in another Radex. Oh, it's that place. Yeah, okay. How much radiation I actually have? Huh, I have no idea over here. How do I see radiation when I'm inside the suit? How much is my radiation exposure? Well, yeah, I have no idea. Okay. In any case, I found the last piece of the Nuka-World I was interested in. As far as I'm aware, this is the last area that is available after the power plant is restored. Like you added the power to the rest of the park. Let me see. It was Nuka-World power plant, right? Nuka-World power plants. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Which way do they go? They go this way. Christ almighty. How far does this go? F. That's deadly, you know. So, what we are gonna do? We're gonna head back to the This is the fun house, right? So my exit should be this way, somewhere-ish. Well, I'm looking for the southern exit, to be honest. Yeah. So, I will leave you for just a couple of moments, and then I will be back, and then we will continue with some minor stuff here. As I said, I will be with you shortly. Told you it's gonna be just a moment, right? Now. Yeah, good luck. Tribute stash. So what I don't like about, thank you, about the interface. Oh, that's the idea of this thing. But I need to go to the Ferris wheel. What I don't like about the power armor, when I, let's say I'm trying to use a steam pack or well, heal myself some other way, like drinking a bottle of water, I no longer see how much of my health will be restored, because well, the indicator is now changed. Now it's like an analog dial of sorts, right? And I already complained about not seeing my radiation level. That is also unpleasant. You can see how fast my core is being depleted if I sprint. Can you replace a fusion core while you are being inside the armor, I wonder? Nice. Yeah, you need steel, copper and aluminium to repair the armor. But it's fine, I just want to store it here. It should be now marked on my map, right? Yes, it is marked. Now, Yes, there is another thing that I remember that I would like to check out. And that thing would require us to go a little bit outside of the park. Like, we still stay within the Nuka-World zone and everything, but it's not an amusement thingy. Well, okay, if I pass the Nuka-World arch, then maybe I am going too far. You see, there are some remaining locations outside here. I have interest in one particular, but maybe we can find something else. Let's see.
Let's do this. So that's it, huh?
How many more left?
Huh?
You guys are
Yes?
good? Yeah, okay. Wixon's Shovel Museum. British shovel fighters were some of the most feared and deadly warriors of the Revolutionary War. They were known for their pristine ditches and the uncanny ability to deflect the rifle shot. We certainly believe that, right? Yep, that's a shovel. This shovel was used by our 16th President Abraham Lincoln's cousin neighbor to prepare a latrine hole in 1862 that the President himself might have used.
Yes.
Used by actor Keith McKinney in the film Ditch Diggers of Dusseldorf, this shovel was actually the stunt prop for the McKinney's shovel used in the more dangerous action sequences. Is this an invisible shovel? The item you see before you is not technically a shovel, but an example of the long-handed spade, most popular sometime between April 3rd and April 7th, 1963. To be honest, I don't see anything here. Private Jean-Luc Allard used this very shovel as he followed Napoleon's horse in ceremonial parades through Europe. Please do not touch. The first shovel originated in Neolithic times and was probably made using an animal's shoulder blade. This is a replica of what that shovel may have looked like if it were made in modern times in Mexico. Well, again, I don't see anything in there. But yes, that's Shovel Museum, alright.
Yes?
Yeah?
Feel like I might wanna sneeze. Employee terminal. Dear Mr. Something, to just letter of resignation. It is with a heavy heart that I announce that today is my last day at the Shovel Museum. After almost 7 years working here, I have decided to accept a job at the Museum of Mops and Buckets, and will be moving there soon with my family. We've done amazing things together, and I'll never forget any of you. Thanks for everything. R. Rum bottle. Potato crisps.
Yeah?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah?
Yeah. Huh? Anyway, this was our first stop. But now I want to go north. You can spot one location in front of me. This should not be very interesting, but still we can visit it, because why not, right? Should be this place, if I'm not mistaken. Now, once again, if my information is correct, there are not many terminals or stuff to read there, just some enemies. That's basically it to this place. But yeah, we can still just mark it off the map, you know.
Who?
I expected more of them here. Expected much more. Are they just stuck down there? Oh, that's what you're doing here. There is a dude in power armor, do I see that correctly? I think I am.
Scanners detect.
This is another power armor. XO1. Nothing too special about this one. Gunner terminal. Corporal Tonin. Recon team is missing. It's been over a week since Sergeant Lanier took the Recon team to the Nuka-World bottling plant. A day after that they left, our scouts started seeing these weird glowing lurks crawling all over the place there. We tried drawing a few of them away, but those things are way tougher than any lurk I've ever seen. I've tried to send a runner back to HQ for reinforcements. Until they get back, there is really not much we can do to help beyond keeping the base camp held down. Taking control of this outpost as a ranking officer, Sergeant Lanier has decided to lead the recon team to perform a more thorough search of the Nuka-Cola bottling plant. One of the privates asked why she was leading the team herself, and after she knocked a couple of his teeth out, she explained that something about it just felt hinky to her. No idea what that means, but I'm not stupid enough to argue with her. Now that I've seen more of it, I have to say, this Nuka-World place is pretty strange. I can't possibly imagine what practical use a place like this would be. It's almost like a series of forts, but the pre-war gates don't even seem to have doors. If not for the frequent radiation storms, it'd almost be the ideal place. If we can find a good door hold to start pushing the raiders out, this could be huge. Having been sent with a moderate detachment to explore the western areas of the Commonwealth, we came upon the Nuka-World transit station. After putting a bullet into some guy who was obviously acting as a lure, we decided against trying to use the monorail and hoofed it over the mountains. Rougher terrain than we initially thought, and we've lost comms with Gunner HQ. No matter, we've run off comms ops before, and if things go south, a follow-up team will be sent our way. One of our recruits mentioned that he'd heard of some kind of trading post out here. A lot of possibilities there. We've set up base camp on Bradberton overpass for now, and I'll be sending recon teams out soon. Okay, Nuka-Town, USA. Private Benson said he'd heard of some sort of trading post to the south of Nuka-World. Something called Nuka-Town, USA, but that intel is clearly out of date. Recon scouts have reported the location of a substantial raider encampment. Easily one of the biggest we've seen in the Commonwealth. Unless we can gain a fortified location and bring in reinforcements, there is no chance of taking the place. Recon team to the north has reported on the town we can see from our location. Pre-war town by the name of Bradberton, currently unoccupied but overrun with ghouls and other critters. Low chance of high-value salvage. Moving on for now. Initial recon of the area has reported heavy radioactive mist. Danger could be mitigated with available suits of power armor. Initial assessment. Despite the potential for a easily fortified base of ops, the potential cost in troops and supplies currently outweighs the benefit. Shame. I would have liked having my own goddamn castle. Finally gave in to the badgering of some of my troops and sent a team to investigate the bottling plant at Nuka-World. They seemed to think that place would literally be able to print bottle caps, but anything that valuable would have been scrapped ages ago. They snuck around and found a back entrance to the factory, and there seems to be some decent pre-war robots still active inside. Considering leading a tag and bag to add to our dwindling supply. Now, nothing here, right? No bobby pin. Yeah, we can always take that. This was a T6051 CD, the usual one, and F. The guy was running everything. You have shadowed combat armor. Interesting choice. Not that it helps you, right? Are you an idiot? Maybe I am an idiot, I mean. Should have done it with vets. No! No! What? Oh, god damn it.
Hostile.
You might have noticed I'm very low on patience right now. Map updated. Quick save. What happened with my obsession with making quick saves? It's just gone somewhere. You had a fat man with a single charge. And that's how you choose to spend it, eh? So, town of Bradberton should be this one. Gauss rifle. That's an impressive one. So yeah, nearby should be Nuka-World red rocket. And then Bradberton itself. As a matter of fact, I have 2 markers and I'm not sure which one I need. Huh. In any case, we can first mark off this thing. Nuka-World red rockets. Anyway, let's head this direction. There is some serious action going on between operators and who? No idea. Seems like the marker on the left is closer. And I believe this is the town of Bradberton. So what can I find here? Or rather, where can I find whatever I wanna find? Little Nuka gift shop. Is it tire? It's not. It's not words.
That's it.
It was doll. New products. I've just finished displaying the 2 new products along with signage. Please push these new products as often as you can. There will be a bonus $5 gift card to whoever sells the most. Copy ashtray. Copies candy cigarettes. Note, Nuka-Cola Corporation has not responded to my request to verify if the rumor of actual nicotine being present in their candy cigarettes is true or not. Please do not call attention to this while speaking with customers. Little Nuka gift shop offers the following deals, discounts, and sales. Employees are responsible for being familiar with these offers. Joe Johnson has graciously allowed us to use a couple acres of his land for off-site parking. Parking is $15 an hour with the following notes. Grass lot parking only. Not responsible for damage to lost or stolen vehicles and or goods. 24-hour towing is available should cars become stuck. Only a 10-minute walk to the bus stop. Bus arrives every 15 minutes. Discount tickets. We have park tickets available at a discount price for paying customers. Buy $50 in merchandise and we are authorized to sell tickets for 10% off. We do not take used Nuka-Cola bottles. Should a customer prefer to receive the advertised $15 off, they must purchase their tickets at the Nuka-World gates. Family discounts for families of 5 plus may receive a 12% discount with the purchase of $100 or more. Senior citizens discount is 5%. Veteran and active military discount is 10%. Children ages 2 and younger do not require a ticket. The following sales are ongoing throughout the year. Not very interested in that. Read me. We recently had an incident where an employee swaps out Nuka-Cola branded items for off-brand knockoffs. This is absolutely not allowed. We operate with the approval of the Nuka-Cola Corporation, so any cheap knockoff quality products are not tolerated and will result in immediate termination. How to tell if an item is an off-brand? Names may be spelled wrong or a variant is used. Copy Nuka-World. The official Nuka-Cola logo is absent from the product. Some exceptions may be made, so please see management when in doubt. Cleveland. Some ghouls, but that was expected. Okay, I might have slightly underestimated how much ghouls I will see here. Just ever so slightly, okay? Rachel.
I think this is it. I can't go any further. I can feel it taking me. No, gotta keep it together a little longer. Oswald, I'm sorry. I've looked everywhere I could think, but there's no cure. What towns and outposts I could find said that we ghouls just go feral eventually. And there's nothing to be done. Maybe it was the misters. Held out. As long as I can. I know this isn't what you'd want, but I can't stand the thought of mindlessly attacking everyone around me. So I've decided to end it on my own terms. I don't know why it hasn't affected you the same, but if you still held it together, I want you to move on. Please. You can still make a life out there. It's not all as bad as we thought. I love you, Oz.
Damn it. This kind of tapes do hit. And they hit hard. But yes, I wanted to find this tape. I wanted to find Rachel and close this topic. Like, what happened to Rachel? Well, here she is. She made it to Bradberton. searching for the cure, for the affliction. But she succumbed to the affliction, unfortunately. I could say it is what it is, but I mean, it just sucks, eh? I should switch to vets when they're reasonably close, eh? Now what's that other marker that I can see there in the distance? Because this one I was not ready to see. I was like, that's something new. Something that I did not expect to see. So yeah, let's just mark it off, because I know that over there you can see that there is a dam and there is a reservoir. As far as I'm concerned, there is nothing of interest to me, so I plan to ignore that one. But over here, no idea. Morton residence. I remember this marker on the map, yes. I never investigated it. Huh. There should be some way underneath it, right? Oh, that one stands out. Just a bit more roaches, because who doesn't like them, right? You have an X01 helmet, armor, and left. And a left leg, yeah. This is it to the Norton residence. Morton, sorry. Quick check on my quests. Yeah. So, I would claim that we're actually done here. Like, we're finished with the game, with the Fallout and the DLCs. I know that there is Vault 88 DLC. I had a look into it. I had an idea that it has a lot of crafting, but when I looked into it in detail, I'm like, no, it has too much crafting. There is no way I'm gonna participate in this.
What?
So you coming down or I'm coming up? What's it gonna be? So, as I was saying, I have absolutely no interest in Vault 88 DLC. It's basically just a lot of crafts. I mean, maybe there are some interesting conversation, maybe there is something else, but I don't think that craft is worthy. So, so I say no. And where does that leave us? That leaves us with 134 episodes of Fallout 4 and Far Harbor, Automatron, and Nuka-World wrapped up. I must say that this is a relief for me because I knew that Fallout 4 is big. I did not expect it to be bigger than the third Witcher with its DLCs and stuff. But 134 episodes, here we are. I must say that at first it was a bumpy ride. Let's put it this way, because the way I chose to play a game, I slightly failed in character development because we struggled a lot with the damage output, with the difficulty setting. It took us a while to resolve that. And then in the later stages of the game, you can see that I'm dealing so much damage that's... am I playing on normal, right? It must be normal. Normal. So on normal, I basically one-shot anyone, or one stab, I think that would be the more correct term in this case. And for me, then the game became comfortable. I am hunting lore, and sometimes I think that sometimes I feel like there is not enough. Like, there might have been more in Bradberton, right? maybe some stories of the local residents or stuff. The gift shop was a nice touch because it shows that, oh yeah, the relation of people outside of the Nuka-World corporation with this said corporation. I'd say that I mostly enjoyed playing Fallout. I hope it was a bird. Sorry. It was a nice game. I'm happy that I joined it. I'm happy that I experienced it. I'm also happy that I can now move on, and I'm not sure if I'm biased. Like, you know, I'm happy that I want to move on, and that's why I think that I like Fallout. Because I'm playing around 4 hours a week, right? We have 134 episodes. Let's imagine that each of them is an hour. I know it's not, but let's imagine. That would make what? At least 30 weeks. And that would make at least 7 months that I've been at it exclusively, only Fallout. And sometimes it's entertaining, sometimes it's captivating, yes, but sometimes it's just a drag when you need to backtrack a lot or do something similar to backtracking. When you struggle with some quest outcomes, this also can be not easy. But the game has a lot of offer. Oh god. Yeah, the game has a lot to offer, so you can obviously play it in a lot of different styles. So, well, I want to think that my playthrough is a good indication of a stealthy, more or less careful approach. That is until you have the second blitz and you have an extreme damage output, so that you can just like run around and stab everyone. But I might be sometime interested in power armor playthrough, because obviously there are a lot of nice suits, there are big guns. I know that if you side with the raiders, there are some contesters on the overboss position that pass through the gauntlet, and one of them can give you a heavy laser with basically infinite ammo. It's just one of the special effects of this laser, which let's be honest, it's amazing. If you can have such a weapon, you can just shoot left and right and do not worry about anything. Yeah, as I was also saying, you have endings, whatever you want. So you can be proverbial bad guy and side with the Institute. I'm saying proverbial because obviously Institute is yeah, they clearly follow the motto "the end justify the means," and I can't fully agree with it because just because it does not sit right with me. What sits right with me is thinking that help the guy next to you. That's the least you can do, and that is something that's the railroad is doing. Like we will be helping scenes. That's what we can do, one scene at a time, and then hopefully it will make a better picture. Yeah, but you can also side with the Brotherhood and like for the purity of humans. Or if you bodge everything up, you can always side with the Minutemen. I'm not interested in their ending. Yeah. We can of course always find the save file and see the ending for the Institute, but I'm not very interested in that. I know that there are plenty of videos on YouTube. You can just find the necessary ending that you're interested. I'm not interested in that.
All systems go. Clear for takeoff.
So,
Your weapon is locked and loaded.
yeah.
Good hunting.
I must say that the power armor system here, the whole attitude towards power armors in this game, I had a lot of struggle with it. I explained it in the beginning of the game when I encountered the power armor. This just not... it is a very bright contrast compared with the other games. And at first I did not... at first I repelled it. I'm like, I don't like it. But I guess eventually I just got used to it. And I'm like, okay, in any case I plan to ignore the power armor, so I can just imagine that it works in a similar way as in other entries in the franchise, right? I'm not sure what can I say. I guess I like the game. As I said, it can provide you fun. So you can be a tank if you want to feel a tank. You can be a sneaky ninja if you want to be a sneaky ninja, like in my case. Then I just became a menacing one-step guy, which is also fun. It has interesting stories, absolutely. So I think I'm more inclined towards the lab stories. So the vault experiments are interesting. So over there, I don't remember the name of this vault. I guess I can check it. 81. So vault 81. It had an interesting entry to it. Then the vault back among the stars was interesting, with its observations and experiments as well. What else? Beverageers, Cambridge Polymer Lab. That kind of stuff was interesting to me. If we are looking at the DLCs, then I can probably say that where the hell is Diamond City? Should be nearby. Yeah, over there. So first we have Automatron, and I can't say that I enjoyed it. It was nice seeing the fancy doors. I'm a big fan of fancy doors and small animations. But other than that, it's just you're going through the bots like one after another, and there seemingly is no end to them, and that's The story seems a little bit silly. So you're a very smart person. You're making bots and stuff, and you're giving them commands, but you do not check them on the execution of those commands. I mean, come on. Um, what else? Hmm.
Chemi Care cares about you.
The
All
Boogeyman Banished by Piper Wright. We've all succumbed to it at one point or another. No matter how brave or how strong we actually are, the people of the Commonwealth have known fear. Ever since the broken mask incident of 2229 right here in Diamond City, when the first human-looking synth infiltrated and attacked a group of innocent settlers, we have lain awake in bed at night, terrified of the Institute and everything it represents. Long have we dreaded the possibilities. Will someone I know be taken snatched in the night for who knows what reason? Will one of my loved ones suddenly turn on me because they are in fact a synth replacement? Or will the boogeyman finally step out of the closet and devour all who stand in its way? We, the people of the Commonwealth, remember the past. We lived in terror in the present, but with the catastrophic explosion at the CIT ruins quite obviously signaling the destruction of the Institute, which this report learned was actually located deep underground, the question on everyone's minds now is, has the boogeyman really been banished? It would certainly seem that way. As long as there's been an institute, there have been those opposed to the shadowy, sinister organization. While most ordinary folk wouldn't dream of defying their merciless masters, the railroad has waged a secret war against them for over 30 years, and the Brotherhood of Steel's arrival in the Commonwealth signaled the most overt opposition the institute has ever faced. All empires must eventually fall. That said, perhaps it was never a matter of if, but rather when. So what exactly does this mean for the Commonwealth going forward? That, dear reader, is the question. For the boogeyman may indeed have been banished, but isn't it possible other monsters may step out of the closet to terrorize us in the night? There are other players in the Commonwealth. None had been as strong as the Institute, but that's sure to change. Will they work with the Commonwealth or against it? Are they for the people or against us? This reporter hold on to hope for one very specific reason. If my sources are correct, and I know they are, the Institute's destruction was actually orchestrated by someone many of us have already met, the Vault Dweller. It would seem that the only figure who came into our settlement searching for a missing child actually found the monster that had taken so many children and killed it. So be wary as we go into a new tomorrow, my friends, but stay strong. And always remember that humanity lives and dies on the surface. Humanity is the Commonwealth. And maybe, just maybe, with the Institute finally gone, we can have the future we all deserve. Nice one. Then we have Far Harbor. That was a very nice DLC story-wise. It was interesting how everything was just a certain shade of gray in this DLC. But yeah, I mean the ending that I chose, like once again, you have different endings, right? Which is a very pleasant. None of them seems entirely satisfactory. Like siding with Dima, as I was saying back in the day, siding with Dima, you are enabling him to continue his manipulations and other mischievous stuff. Siding with Children of Atom, you enable the religious fanatics, and you commit mass murder of the harbor folk. If what other options do we have? Well, you can just always try to submit Dima to justice and then fail to protect Acadia, and then everybody there will die, and then eventually I guess Children of Atom will die. You can of course side completely with Acadia and kill both Children of Atom and Harborman. Yeah. Or as I went, you can yes, I did commit mass murder of Children of Atom, but as I was saying, I justify that by the fact that I bring them division, right? They longed for it, they got it. Then Dima was judged, and Acadia continued to live on. So for me, it's a plausible ending. There was a very sad story about the Mariner. That was her name. So yeah, she's working so hard for the Far Harbor, and she's not gonna see the how long will Far Harbor stay after she's gone. So that was sad. Again, we had a nice vote in there, right, in the hotel with the bots, where I absolutely did not do anything gross with any of the robots.
Everyone in this city's always jumping at
Now,
shadows. Chill out, is
then
what
we
I
have
say.
Nuka-World. I don't
Hey,
feel that
brother.
I
Remember
liked
the
it as
Freedom
much
Trail?
as Fahava because it feels more combat oriented to me. I also despise the idea of working like working for raiders, being a raider, which is I guess again why I committed another mass murder. Um, yeah. Now we have companions. Um, I'm not a big fan of companions. Maybe you noticed for the past 154 episodes. If not, feel free to check any of them and count how many companions I had and for how long I had. Just for the sake of being somewhat a completionist, I completed personal quests of some of the companions and got their perks. Um, Kate's quest was interesting, maybe because it involved a vault. Okay. Uh, what else did we have? We had Macready, but that was eh. Ada was somewhat interesting, but it mostly like a waiting quest, right? So you just when you're in good relationships with Ada, she trusts you with her thoughts. Then you progress the main quest. You find the necessary person to transport her into new body, and then she gets new body, and then this is it. So it was not Ada, it was Curie. Sorry, but we also have Ada from Automatron, and no, I just want to ignore it because I'm not interested in Ada. Yeah, you can also have Preston and stuff. You can also have Radiant quests, so you can stay in this world and work for the fractions how long you like. Because, yeah, random quests. I'm not interested in that because I don't feel like they provide any context. They do not give any story-related stuff. So it's just for the gameplay. And I'd say that I'm more into a story rather than a gameplay. But that said, for example, I will struggle to play older games because the gameplay is somewhat of a roadblock. Yeah. So I would like to conclude the um, the Fallout 4,
No, not now.
and I would like to conclude it with my face,
Gotta accept
my
life
character's
on its
face.
terms, you know? Something bad
Um,
happens, just say yes
it
to
was
it.
nice playing Fallout. For the most part, as I said, I enjoyed it. It was a nice game. I'm happy the way how we dealt with our quests and tasks and errands and character development in the end. And I guess I'm also happy that we can now put it behind us and switch to something else, preferably something smaller, but that will be in the days to come. So uh, thank you for staying with me today. I hope you might want to check out some other episodes of mine. I hope to see you next time, and I wish you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.